Hello. Let me turn that down a bit. Turn me up a bit. I've done this before stream, but I do not make good decisions. Oh. I finished gaming for the night, but still not tired because it's me, of course. So we're just gonna be finishing this up. Well, maybe not finishing it, but definitely colouring. I sketched and lined this today. I usually do like a complete square, but I think maybe cropping it in like a nice framing would do better than a square again. Oh. I need to pull up some reference pictures of Issun. Let me... That'll do. That'll do. Right, so is green a very muted green? But it's more of a blue green. Or maybe not that muted. What do you think of that? I think that's pretty good. I think my background's a bit too dark for the moment though. That's the wrong layer. Well done, Kato. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Better to make another layer. I just realized there's a gap there. Screw me and adding little gaps in my line art, I swear. Also, something new for this drawing, I changed the brush a bit, which you can't really see until you get closer, but it's got like texture around the edges, which I just think looks a bit nicer than the solid lines. I still like the solid lines, of course, and you can't really tell unless you're super close anyway, but you know. I might even just hand colour this, like I'm just in a very chill mood today. I want to try like some different colouring techniques maybe, like introducing like little shapes and such. So I got... Where's this brush? Like I have like some dot pens, which could be cool for like, obviously not that dark. But just like if I fancy like some extra texture here and there, I think that could be pretty neat. So yeah. I also really need to sort out my brushes because I literally just had to scroll all the way down to find that dot brush then. But that's okay. What else is this shade of green? The top of the cape is this shade of green. But yeah, I think I maybe want to try and push my style to maybe look a little bit more hand-drawn. So I'm not sure if it shows, but I'm very like inspired by like Studio Ghibli and stuff. And like a lot of like their style is definitely like hand-drawn things. Obviously I also want it to look digital, but I think just sort of introducing like new techniques, maybe like some new shading in general, just like more like blocky lines maybe. I don't know, we'll figure it out, Maybe I can find some cool brushes. to do that with. But we will see. What else is that green? That is everything that's that green. We do have a different shade of green for the underside of the hat. Is there a different shade of green for the underside of the hat, or is that just the art I'm referencing? It is a slightly different colour, yeah, it's more like yellow. Okay. Okay. Like that, maybe? That look good? Hmm. Or does KO prefer that? My one issue with this brush is I like the texture you get like here, but like if you press down too hard it becomes like fuzzy. It's weird. I'll have to like play around with brushes that I want to use, but as I said, I've only like this is a very quick art in comparison to some of the other stuff I do. As well as two characters, one of them's an animal, and I would like to think I'm pretty good at drawing animals. Like before I took on like all these life drawing lessons in uni, I was only like drawing animals, like exclusively. It might be cool also to maybe gradient the bottom of this, like inside of the cape, to have like more like yellow at the tips, maybe? That could be cool. See, they're like different shades. No, different brain goop. Different hues, but their saturations are quite similar. So I think... Oh. I think I will change those colours a little bit as well. Hello, Officer. Officer Yum. That's fun. Hello, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think we'll change the colour of that. I'm doing great, thank you. We just be vibing. Put the reference image again. That is too bright. Oops. I think I'm happy with that. No, am I happy with that? Am I? I don't think I'm happy with that. Let me change the color of this too. Oh my god, it starts. Ooh, what if? That might be a bit too bright, but we can like change it later with like lighting and stuff. Where is it? Thank you. Cute. His hair is black, but I really hate like using black. I feel like it really dulls a picture. Let me change the sensitivity on me. Because my mouth isn't moving all the time. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Okay, so hair color, that's maybe like slightly lighter. Let me put that under. Yeah, I think that's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. Ah, I always forget. Let me need to turn on my clock because it is not 3 AM right now. It's late, but not that late. Not that late. Yeah, I'm not sure how long I'll go on for tonight. Maybe like maybe I will go until 3. Or until I'm finally feeling tired, perhaps. That could be nice. I'm really vibing with these tunes. I don't really like it. Let me find something else. I could just put Okami music on. Or Pikmin. I think that's better. Yeah, I vibe more with that than the other one. Wrong layer. Cool. And he has like purple clothes. You know, that's pretty spot on. Yeah, that basically is just his color. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I used to colour in all my old drawings. I'd always just hand colour them. But KO be in the mood to colour the slow way. So colour the slow way she shall. I actually had full intentions of streaming the line art portion, but I got a bit carried away and zoned out, and then it was done and I was like, oh, well. Sucks to suck, I guess. I don't know, like, sometimes I really like struggle with drawing stuff and like for like a pose to come to mind or something, but I don't know, this one I was just really feeling it. This one just came out really good, in my opinion. Like, I've done worse. Like, I think that's pretty cute. I like it. I like it a lot. What's the markings on his hat? These eyes need to be filled in. Actually, I might call those on the line art layer. Just so when we go to changing the line art colour, they'll stay the same as the outline. The little stitches are the same colour as the red that we will be adding. There's nothing on that layer. Cool. There's a bit more red than that. But a bit more orange than that. That's pretty good. So the markings are the ones around like the eyeballs, and then it's really hard to like, there's no like pictures. This is the thing that is unfortunate about making fan art of a kind of niche game. There's not a lot of reference images online. I think it might just be like a line. Or like dots. I think I can just make it up. I could open the game, but who's gonna fact check me? Who is gonna care? Not me, that's for sure. This is my art, so... just like that, maybe? I think that looks cool. It looks pretty neat. Okay, skin tone. What are you thinking? Let me move it under everything else. Here. Ah. See, he is just the whitest of white. There we go. That'll do. I think this arm's a bit wonky, but you know what? I've lined it and I've colored it in now, so that's none of my business. That is none of my business. These hands are wonky, everything's probably a bit wonky, but if it looks like I'm bothered, then I'm sorry for misleading you. Is all I'm gonna say to that one. Also, I may have really been struggling with this hand and may or may not have just stolen it from another artwork that I've already done, but the fact that it's my artwork I think makes it forgivable and okay. Like, I didn't steal it from someone else, I stole it from me. So I think I can be forgiven on that account. I did draw it, just not today. Like, work smarter, not harder. I already had the thing. You know? Tell you what, I've not drawn an animal in quite some time. Doing all the little fur textures on Amaterasu was such a treat, such a treat. I think that's pretty good. Let's start detailing. That is a bit, as much as I love my blushies, that colour before was a little bit much. Oh, I didn't color his boots. Whoops. I am so glad that his boots were super easy. Oop, what am I doing? If there's one thing I hate more than drawing hands, it's drawing shoes. So, yeah. Me and the homies hate drawing shoes. I've said it once and I'll say it again. If I go to hell or like the equal to it, whatever, they're gonna have me drawing hands and shoes for eternity. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be absolutely horrendous. Something I was considering doing is in Okami, like their fingerprints have little swirls on them, which I was like tempted to do, but I don't think you'd see it at all. So I think we just won't. I don't know what color his eyes would be. Play around a bit. We could probably go brown, maybe. Maybe I don't have to color his eyes in. We'll see. We'll keep it there, but that might change. Okay, we'll get the bases done for Ammy. Ammy? I never know. Move it into that. Okay. We won't go stark white, just because I do want the let me darken the background again, just so we can see. Oh dear, what did I do? What did I do? There we go. I'm coloring on the wrong layer. Like, I know the description is fair as white as snow, but like the highlights have to be the lightest point. Like, I don't make the rules. I mean, I do. I could make her stark white, but I just gotta. I just gotta make her slightly grey. Or do I There's my colour wheel down here. Everything's gone wrong. Everything's messed up. I move one thing by accident and everything is wrong. And my colour wheel's super tall. Oh my god. Fighting for my life right now. I think I slightly prefer that, like, the slight yellow, I think is quite nice. We'll go with that. Right now, she does look just like a basic wolf, but I do reckon as soon as we get the whatchamacallit, the like lines and markings on, we'll be cooking with gas. Also, I got to draw beans, which is very exciting. It's always a good day when you get to draw beans. Little tall beans. Something which was exciting about drawing Amaterasu, I usually don't use like references when I'm drawing animals, but I wanted like a lying down pose, and I wanted like the scrungly legs to be like proper. So it was neat to actually like sort of research a little bit how wolf anatomy works. And like how the back legs have like 3 joints. It's kind of crazy. Okay, the markings. Is that red enough? I think that's pretty good. Let me get a picture of the, her markings. How far down the old schnoz do these come? Which is really nice about drawing the head on this angle is I don't have to bother about making these symmetrical, which is always good. Because, oh boy, making things symmetrical is the bane of my existence. I think the next step for my art is breaking out of the 3/4 head pose. Because back when I was drawing people, I'd only draw like face on, so I could use the symmetry tool. But now, because I don't have to make it even if I draw it from like the side, I'm drawing it from the side. I need to get better at side profiles, to be honest. That might be the next thing we do. But I think as long as I'm breaking out of the whole, let me draw it from a 3/4 angle, I think we're good. No matter what I do. These sort of have to be symmetrical. Sort of. Oh, something I didn't take into consideration. Am I doing, like, the flames on the back? How would that work? Because she's sat right next to Issun. Surely that would hurt? Like, would that not just be painful? Are there any in-game screenshots of Issun that on the flames? I have no idea. We'll figure that out when we get there. Which might be soon, but you know, that is what it is, you know. Beans. What color are we doing the beans? I mean, they're usually like black on a wolf. Okay. Nice. I realized I added eyebrows and didn't give them their own colour. I don't know why I insist on giving animals eyebrows. But here we are. Cute. Right. I really want to start using some of these dot brushes and stuff. Oh. Let's give it a go then. You're the outside. Oh, I did the purple and the green on the same layer. Oh well. It is what it is. Like, I think that's pretty cute. Or do we do like our regular shading first? And then do like the dots on top? I think that's how we go about it. I think that might be the ideal. Right. Do the good old multiply, purple, shadow. Because I still haven't found a way for me to blend nicely and do nice shadows without it, so. That is what we do. I'm a one-trick pony. If it works, then why change it? And now that I've got it like this, I can also see where I missed some splotches. It's that one. You see, like, you could argue, oh, but look, just filling in would have prevented like this. No, because of the way I do line art, I still would have had to fix up any little spots anyway, so it saves me the hassle. Saves me the hassle. Where do we fancy the light coming from? Do we want them in like broad light? like, why would I not use this technique for shading when it looks so scrumptious? Like, are you kidding me? Look at it. Look at it. Like, there's the argument of, oh, but like, not, you only like use the shading of like the sky or something for like your what's the shade, the color of the sky is like your darkest color, unless like the sky is always purple, then why are you making everything purple? And I just purple schmurple. It looks the best. What can I say? A lot of them will probably be blocked by like this stuff over here, so we'll figure that out. I was like, knee? How would knee get the shadow, but ugh. I think my rule of thumb, at least for shading, is like it doesn't have to make sense as long as it looks good. Usually if it looks good, it probably means that it's right. And that's enough for me. That is enough for me. I'm a simple person. Cool. And then we need like friggin' Pikmin singing in the background. Nice. Would it make sense to have like fur texture in the lighting? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Does it look good though? Undecided. I don't think it looks good. Really, I like how the tip of the tail is a lot more yellow. I think it looks really nice. Looks delicious. I think my current rating system of my own art is would I want to eat it? And you know, these highlights are pretty damn juicy. So yeah, I'd eat this. Maybe I will add some marking things, highlights like that. I don't think that looks bad. We want that like full brightness. Okay. Now, these dots. Oh, that looks really good. Ooh. That's neat. That is neat. Ooh, I'm a fan. Consider me a fan. You can't really see it on sea white fur. The underside of this boot would be like in super stark sunlight, I just realised. I realise. That looks cool. I'm vibing with it. I am. Oops. Maybe not like everywhere on the face, just like a little. Just a smidge, just a whisper. Do I go crazy with it and go like outside of the line? Does that look good? Does that look good? Am I crazy? Does that look good? Am I just going insane with it now? Is this too much? Is that too much? Too much? Undecided, we'll go back to it. Do some more multiply. Okay, I think no more dots. What about lines? A line pen. Ooh. Ooh. I don't think I want more Pikmin. Maybe. How if I could spell? Thank you, Adblock. Little kiss on the forehead for Adblock, not gonna lie. Oh, you know what I was saying about over the top of the dots? What about over here, like where you cannot see the dots because of the light? That might be nice, just like on the outside a little bit. It's like a little, just like, it's like a sliver of little dot. That's nice. Nuts. Actually, that was a good call. You're a genius, KO. Thank you, KO. You're welcome, KO. That was good. That was good. I'm gonna go. You guys won't be able to see, but that's a bit loud. Okay, I'm gonna look for some like more like I think it's like screen tone brushes. The shop's always really laggy on Clip Studio, but it is what it is. Come on. Thank you. Green tone. Yeah, we want some lines. What's this one do? I don't know, but give me it. Downloaded material. Oh, I got some sparkles. Okay. How's that? I don't like it. See, I like this one for like how far apart the dots are. I know what the issue is. The issue is I'm using a massive canvas. Like, I do not need to make it this big. But maybe I just draw them in. Would that be such a crime? It'd take a while, but I don't really care. No, I really hate that. Maybe if it wasn't like a stalk, I'd like it. Let me find the one that is the one. You know what? I said I wanted to have fun, like experimenting with the colours on this one, so I should just do that. I should just... It feels right. I think I should just do it. Like, why not? Why not? Do we have any cool brushes? How about... This is like some nice texture on it. I just really want to start trying like texturing things instead of it all just being really like smooth and... As I said, there is nothing wrong with it being smooth, and I do like how crisp my fan arts are, but I just think it'll be nice, like, for a change. And who knows if I like it enough. Maybe we'll start... To be honest, I am really liking this style. Like, it's still obviously my style, but it's just like different enough with the dots. I think it's just very moi. Let me... I do want to, because it's clothes, I do want to like soften the shadows a bit here. But, like, not like cleanly soften them. How do I like not cleanly soften these? Do I hate that? I think I do. Oops. I could just use that super textured pen again. And maybe like... Yeah, let's draw that light, but with this textured pen. I think that'd be good. Something I do want to try as well is maybe adding like some grain. Watercolor edge? What's that? What does that mean? Not doing anything. Particle size? Oh. That's what that meant. Ah, I see. That makes it like more sparse. That looks like, you know, MS Paint, like the like airbrushing tool, quote unquote, the spray can tool or whatever it was. That's what that reminds me of. Let's texture this baby up. Like I saw with the dots here, I just feel like the stark white was a bit much. A little bit. Maybe I had it on top. But there we go. I think we should add some stuff to the hair because the hair is looking a bit blonde, which makes sense because it is just like dark brown. Or maybe we go on like the light layer and do it there. Yeah. Oh, I just realised I got rid of his top. Top colour even. So. I think it's just a case of like detailing from here perhaps. And also the background. I don't know why I thought adding that would be the solution. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Oh, I also need to change the colour of my line art. That's also something I gotta do. Okay, line art colour. The red's cool. Yeah, we'll go red all over, and then areas that need like more definition can be this colour still. That's what we usually do. Like the eyes, for example, will stay the dark colour. I just realised I covered up all that I just did. think that may be a bit too dark over here. Yeah. Just a bit. Okay, we need to do a background, which I have been putting off. Because like I kind of wanted to do like tall grass in the background, but I just backgrounds I can do like landscapes. It's just a struggle, man. This is why all my fan arts have like just one colour backgrounds. How would I go about doing this? The struggle starts. Cause like they'd be tiny in this situation, cause like, you know, but I could just do like blue, but that looks dumb. That looks like we're in Teletubbies land. Why are backgrounds so hard? They are the bane of my existence. Oh, we could just, you know, like make it this color and then it would be no issue. See, look. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Nothing else needs doing. What do we do? Blue. Blue's cool. Blue's cute. I don't know, I just feel like doing a background is too much effort. And I wanted this to be like an easy piece where I just had fun. Maybe we don't. Maybe I just let myself chill and don't do a background. Like I start uni again next week. I'll be doing difficult pieces of artwork there. I don't need that right now. Why is my mouse going over onto my stream? I think in recent times, like the best colouring I've done was my Inkling piece. I feel like I really hit it out of the park with that one. I'm sure the vibe's like totally different. Like the vibe of that one was just poppy colours, and I was able to do like the 3D effect, which was really neat. Stop going over there. That's not what I want. That's another area which could have the darker colour. The boots. The boots. Question, do we... Like, does it look odd having, like, the foot cut off? Because I can make it smaller. It's gonna take a bit now because Clip Studio Paint's like moving a bunch of pixels. Like, does that look better? You can do it, Clip Studio Paint. Go on. You can do it. I believe in you. This is the issue with having a massive canvas size. If you want to shift anything, even like slightly, it takes ages for it to update all the pixels and change the colours of them. It's all better. Yeah, I think I just think having them all in frame just looks nice. Let me do the boot. That's the boot layer. Does mean I'm gonna have to turn off all these. Look at how it looks without all of my colouring effects. It still looks cute, don't get me wrong, but what a difference shading effects make, eh? We need to go over that, go over that, and onto the old dot pen, which I think is this layer, yep. Oh, that's a shame. I'll throw about the dots because they don't like snap to a grid or anything. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Scooch in. Is it still missing? I guess like the tunic is really like missing like a lot of details. What does this do? What does this do? I've got all these paints that I just never, not paints, pens that I just never use. Dense watercolor. Wow. Anyway. Let's texture a little bit. Was my issue that I was colouring in the wrong colour? I think it was. That's probably why it was so dark. That makes sense. Fine. We can just go over it, no problem. You know what might be cool, but might also take ages, but might be really nice? Sort of like, if we're going for more of like a hand-drawn look, like, what about like slight like outlines around like the shading? Does that look bad? Look dumb? Because like if you think about like watercolor, right? It around the edges, it like piles up and darkens. Like I'm sure there's a brush that can do that for me. But like look bad. Just about experimenting, KO. Don't worry about it. Try everything. It doesn't take that long, actually. It's not too bad. Ooh, what if we blur the edges of it? You know what? I actually really like that. I think that looks good. We'll try blurring the edges, but I don't know if it needs it. Okay, let's give it a go. Radio blur. Is that doing anything? I don't think it is. Is that doing anything? The answer is no. That's blurring it. Now it's not there. Now it doesn't exist. I blurred it so much that I got rid of it. Beautiful. Come back, please. I don't think it needs it. I think it's fine. Okay, we do need to add some shading to, like, I know that the main focus is Issun, but we do need to add just some. It's just really hard to, when you've got like extremes of a colour, adding like texture and like shadows, it becomes really hard. You know? It says brush was clear using smaller than that. Bigger than that. Looks alright. Oh, but we got both for him. Okay, so I did say I wanted to add like some noise this overall. So I don't know how you do that. What if this is probably not the right way you do it, but filter, distort, render, sharpen, effect. Oh. What does that do? Oh, doing something. Okay, I'll give that a go. And then, ooh, that's not right. that do it? I think it did. And the more noise we want, the more we increase the opacity. Cool. See, I kind of really like that amount of noise. Maybe turn it down like a smidge. Oh, I think that looks so cool. Man. I love art. I love it so much. Okay. We will create folder insert layer. So we can, copy paste. And then we will merge selected layers so that we've got this just by itself. Do that. And then we will go over the entire thing in a single color. Not sure what we want the color to be yet, but that's fine. Merge selected layers. I always like to add like a slight offset in the background. I think it just looks really neat. I love it so much. You know what? My favorite part of like doing art is like when you look at like the final piece and it's like, damn, I really did that. It's always my favorite part. I love it so much. I think I want to darken it a bit. Because that just looks like a shadow behind him, which looks really neat. I think I want to darken it. Like that. Hell yeah. I think that looks really good. Okay, I've not flipped it in a bit, so this might look actually just... You know what? It's not like the wonkiest thing I've ever done. It's a bit wonky, but you know what? For like a day, I think that's really good. I'm really happy with it. Oh my god. Okay, I think we sign this and then we're done. Do I do the full grain? How much grain is too much grain? Asking for a friend. I think that's good. I think that's good. Maybe a bit more. You cannot stop me. Okay, let's add the signature to this piece. We want it there though. Where do we want the signature? Then that's good. Nice. I think that's good. I'm really happy with it. It is moi. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. You know, if I could offer any piece of advice, just have fun whilst arting, because that's what I did for this piece. Basically the reason I was inspired to do an Okami piece is because my dad got Okami for Christmas. I've played this game so many times. I've made a cosplay of Amaterasu in like a human form. I've done loads with this game. I love it so much. So I've taken something which, despite being niche and not a lot of people might get, I've just drawn something which I like. And I've had like fun with the colouring and just like playing. It's just been such a good time. So I think if I can give any advice, don't care about it like looking good to other people. Just have fun, you know? And like I had fun. And I think this looks spectacular. This might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it's my cup of tea. And that's all that matters at the end of the day, innit? Oh, I think I did such a good job. Man, I can't remember the last time I was like... I mean, I think all the art pieces I've done lately, I've just had so much fun with, because I've really just been doing what I want to do, you know? You know? Anyway, I've rambled on enough. I am going to end off stream there. I'll be posting this to my Discord, so if people want to see the final picture, it'll be in there. I'll also post it to my Twitter, which do I have linked? I do. Cool. I'll also be posting it on there. It may float about Reddit if you're on like the Okami subreddit. But yeah, until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. If you're in a similar time zone to me, please get some sleep. Do not do as I do. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you all when I next see you. It might be tomorrow with some Raft with Callum. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, until next time, have a great rest of your evening, and sleep well. Good night!